Hello everyone, in this video let's learn properties of quadrilaterals. This is the most important topic for competitive exams. What is quadrilateral? Quadrilateral, in the name itself, it tells quad. Quad means 4. Quadrilateral is a closed object which is formed by joining 4 line segments end to end. You have to join 4 line segments end to end. Quadrilateral is a closed figure which is formed by joining 4 line segments end to end. Sum of angles of quadrilateral, angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equals to 360 degrees. Sum of angles of a quadrilateral is equals to 360 degrees. These two sides, which are opposite to each other, are known as opposite sides. Similarly, these two sides are opposite sides. These two sides are called as adjacent sides. If a side is attached to the other side, then they are known as adjacent sides. If a side is opposite to the side, then those are known as opposite sides. There will be 2 diagonals for every quadrilateral. Diagonal is a line joining one end to the opposite end of a corner. This is one diagonal. Similarly, there are other 2 points which are opposite ends. If you join these 2 points, it is other diagonal. There will be 2 diagonals for any quadrilateral. Let's learn types of quadrilaterals. There are basically 7 types of quadrilaterals, which are square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, isosceles trapezium, kite. We all know square, which is a very basic one. Every angle of square measures 90 degrees. This angle is 90 degrees, this angle will be 90 degrees. Every angle will be 90 degrees for a square. For a square, each side measure equal length. If this side measures 5 centimeters, these 3 sides also measures 5 centimeters of length. Diagonals also measure equal length. Length of these 2 diagonals will also be equal for a square. Then what is rectangle? Rectangle is same as a square, but in a square all these lengths measures equal. But in a rectangle, measurement of this length is equals to this length and measurement of this length is equals to this length. Opposite sides measure equal length. Diagonals also measure equal length, and all angles of the rectangle are 90 degrees angles. What is rhombus? Rhombus measures all sides equal length, but these angles will not be 90 degrees. This might be 70 degrees, this might be 70 degrees, this will be 110 degrees, this will be 110 degrees. Opposite angles measure equal, but all these angles doesn't measure 90 degrees. Length of diagonals are not equal. In parallelogram, length of opposite sides are equal, but angles doesn't measure 90 degrees. Opposite angles are equal. These 2 angles measure same angle and these 2 angles measure same angles. That means opposite angles of parallelogram measure same. Length of diagonal for a parallelogram will not be equal. Length of diagonals are unequal. Trapezium. One side should be parallel to other side and length need not be equal. Length of these 2 sides need not be equal. Length of these 2 sides also need not be equal. Only condition need to be satisfied is 2 sides must be parallel to each other. isosceles trapezium. It is also a trapezium, but for a trapezium, these two sides need not be equal. But for isosceles trapezium, these two sides must be equal length. Sides which are not parallel should have equal length. And these two sides need not measure equal length. Kite. For a kite, pair of adjacent sides must measure equal length. That means adjacent sides means sides side by side to each other. These two sides measure equal length. These two sides measure equal length. Let's analyze what we have learned till now. It might be confusing. All quadrilaterals look similar and some conditions might be confusing. Let's make an analysis of all the figures at a time so you will get a clarity on quadrilaterals. All these quadrilaterals we have learned till now. Let's look into them one by one. For a square, all sides of square measure equal length and all angles of a square measure 90 degrees. Length of diagonals will be equal. For a rectangle, the sides opposite are equal. All angles measure 90 degrees. Length of diagonals will be equal. For a rhombus, all sides measure equal length. Length of diagonals is not equal. All angles will not measure 90 degrees. For a parallelogram, opposite sides measure equal length. All angles are not 90 degrees. Length of diagonals need not be equal. For a trapezium, two sides are parallel to each other. Lengths need not be equal. Length of any side need not be equal. For an isosceles trapezium, it is a trapezium where two sides are parallel. Sides which are not parallel should measure equal length for a trapezium to be isosceles trapezium. For a kite, length of adjacent sides are equal. Hope you got clarity on quadrilaterals. I'll post few questions on quadrilaterals in shorts form in my YouTube channel. Try to answer them. Thank you for watching.